Hello, hello, hello. Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from San Juan Capistrano here in California. The birds are all over the place and they crapped all over my car. But hey, you know, it's part of the tradition here. Anyway, I wanted to bring a quick comment. The Mormon lady who wrote me and said, if I don't like things in Utah, move away. That doesn't fly anymore. That hasn't flown for 25 years. That's a bird that doesn't fly. The Mormons used to say that all the time to the non-Mormons. If you don't like what we're doing, leave. Well, that makes it more strong for the Mormons to continue the circus. So anyway, let me say this to all the Mormons. She says she only watches me because I'm funny. Well, maybe I should start my own church. Just send me your money. I'm not going to tell you where it goes. Anyway, I'm not moving anywhere, and neither are the other non-members of the Mormon church. We like Utah. We have a right to Utah too. It's a beautiful state. It's got beautiful rivers and mountains and snow and family activities. It's a wonderful state to live in, other than you people pounding on our doors and telling us we're an abomination. We're not an abomination. We're just ordinary people that want to be left alone. Don't knock on our doors. You want to go to your chapels and stake centers and do the hokey pokey. We don't care. Just don't come out here in public and do the hokey pokey. Freedom of religion. We have freedom of religion too. Atheists don't want Mormons pounding on their doors. So anyway, you're hoping that you can persuade me to leave the state. It ain't going to happen. Let me tell you what is going to happen. We, who are non-members of the Mormon Church, are getting stronger and stronger. More and more people are seeing the beauty of the state of Utah. We hate the government. We hate the policies and procedures of the Mormon Church, but that's like a fart in the wind. It's going to go away. It's going to go away. We're going to vote your asses right out of here. And if anyone leaves, you guys left Kirtland because you got driven out. You guys left Illinois, Nauvoo. You got driven out of every damn state and county that you ever settled in. If anyone's moving, it's the Mormons. It ain't the non-members. So anyway, let that be as it may. I wanted to come down with some of my ideas on this Joseph Smith with 40 wives. Now, I've known that for years and years. There's about 1,300 of you that every day hit my videos. And most are from Utah and California. Here's what I don't understand. Women are usually pretty smart, much smarter than men. I'm sorry, I just have to say that. It's true. They can take more pain. They're much more nurturing. The women really are the stronger sex of men and women. Yeah, men can lift higher loads and go up on skyscrapers, and women go, hey, let him do it. He's stupid. See, they're smart. Go do it. Get up on the skyscraper and bring the money home. But honey, I might fall off. That doesn't matter. You got insurance. Anyway, here's what I don't understand. Women are the foundation of the family and of the Mormon Church. Most women join the Mormon Church because they believe that the man will be true to them because they're married in the temple, and that gives the bishop authority over the man's penis, and he's not allowed to use it except with his wife. Or he's in big trouble, he loses his family, he loses his job, he loses everything. So the Mormon psychic of women is very different than normal women that are not in a cult. Now here's what I don't understand. The women in the Mormon Church put up with not being able to go to conference, second-class citizens. They're always pushed to the back of the meeting schedules. They don't have the priesthood. They don't have power. They don't have authority. They got nothing. I mean, it's just smoke up their ass from the men of the Mormon Church, but no real power of anything. They crank out 5, 8, 9, 15 babies, and suddenly their ass can cover a football field, and they feel safe because the husband's penis is under the Mormon control. They don't have to jog. It's hard to jog when you've got too much junk in the trunk. And the women put up with a lot of negativity from the Mormon Church. They are definitely second-class citizens. Years ago, when I was younger, they weren't allowed to work. Oh my God, if a woman worked, she was shunned and persecuted. among the Mormons because she wasn't at home with a family. There were no gay, lesbian couples. Right, right. And the women's responsibilities were heavy. There was a joke, and still is a joke in the Mormon church, that if you want anything done, give it to the Relief Society, not the priesthood. And there's most truth to that. If you want to get something done, you give it to a woman. If you give it to a man, he'll just sit in a chair, put a sign up over his head like this, and go on camera and think he's very important. So, women are stronger. Women are more intelligent. Now, here's what I don't understand. How can women, generally with their intelligence, which is more stabilizing than most men. Most men, we wake up in the morning and go, hell, I'm going to build a helicopter train. and we try it. We go out in the shop and get the tools out, and this is going to be a big one. Mom wakes up in the morning, she dresses the kids and sends them off to school, and quietly is the hero of the society. Well, how can you, women, be stupid enough to follow a man that stares into a hat with a magic stone in the bottom of it and tells you that he found gold plates, and he was a money digger and a treasurer that ran around with seeing stones? And I don't know if he used a divining rod. I never heard of Joseph Smith use a divining rod. But how can you women believe that? You want to follow this man. Well, you can. It's kind of like Houdini, but maybe Houdini has fans. That's not a big deal. Now here's the big deal. Okay? It gets worse. This man is telling you to be honest and true and chaste and moral, and we're going to keep your husband's penis in his pants so you'll never get hurt. And he has 30 wives, 14-year-old, 2 16-year-olds, 17-year-old, couple 19-year-olds. Half of them were teenagers. Not quite half were teenagers. The other half were married women. He married other women. As a woman, does that seem right to you? That he's the leader of supposedly the only true church on the face of the earth, and he is a pedophile. It was against the law to marry. It was against the law to have sex with these girls. You're endorsing it. As long as your name is on the rolls of the Mormon church, you women are saying it's okay. It was a different time. It was a spiritual marriage. The tent that Joseph built underneath the blankets with Helen Mar Kimball, it was just for show. Nothing happened. Women are not this stupid. But the Mormon women are. They've been brainwashed into an organization where they have been beat up. They're like battered wives. Mormon women are like battered wives syndrome. They've been battered so hard by the Mormon church about their sexuality that they don't know if they're coming or going. Well, most women do know when they're coming in the Mormon church. It's so unusual. Anyway, here's what I can't understand. Now, men are fools. Men will will join anything. When the cavalry comes through town, you want to ride a horse with us? Yeah. Horse only has 2 legs. It doesn't matter. He can drag his ass. It doesn't matter. See, men will join anything. But this is not like normal women, especially educated women and especially sophisticated women in the United States. Now, you go to the third world, and their butterflies are good luck, ceiling fans give you gas, all the traditions and all of the superstitions. The women believe there because that's their culture. Well, here we are in the United States, and the women are following a man who sleeps with children, sleeps with other men's wives, and, he doesn't have time to be a prophet. He's out on the road. It's called Mr. Tomcat Joseph Smith. Anyway, hound dog. Now, here's what I also don't understand. Women are willing to put up with so much crap. Every time a baby takes a crap, the man throws the baby across the room. Mommy, go to mommy. Every time the baby throws up, the man goes, I gotta change my shirt, take this brat. So, women are always somewhat immune to the grossness of life. They're the ones that will pick the kid's nose. They're the ones that clean the kid's ears out. They're the ones that brush the kid's teeth. They're the ones that, give the medicines that the kids don't want. They're the nurturing ones. Now, here's what I don't understand. Isn't there enough grossness in a woman's world, naturally, that she doesn't have to dress in her underwear that makes her look so unattractive? Now, we're only attractive from, I don't know, maybe 17, 16 until we're 35. Once we hit 35, 40, some things quit working and other things should quit working. Anyway, why should a woman in the height of her sexuality, and especially in a marriage to a man, that she doesn't want to look attractive? I have not found one man, not one, that says, I'd rather see my wife in Mormon garments than Victoria's Secret's crap. At least the men aren't crazy, the women are. Well, they go around in Omar, the tent maker's garments, Joseph Smith on one nipple and Brigham Young on the crotch, and they somehow think that they're beautiful and they're obeying the commandments. Well, shouldn't the commandment be to your husband that basically you married him and he married you because you were attracted? There's a certain amount of chemistry there, and you want to have that chemistry and enjoy it, and you cover that chemistry up, and basically, the skid marks are a mile long, and here you are, a woman, trying to figure out to put your bra on the inside, the outside, and trying to get around your garments during a period. I think men are laughing their ass off at you. I think the leaders of the church and Joseph Smith and Brigham Young go, hey, let's really fuck with the women. Let's make them look like goddamn fools and make them feel guilty constantly and make them feel that their bodies should not be shown, except to us. Except to us. Is an exception to every rule. So the rule is all the men in the church have to be moral and chaste. Brigham and Joseph can screw anything that moves. Why do you women put up with it? I don't understand it. I don't understand that when the church, your church, reveals that Joseph Smith married teenagers, slept with them, married other married women, you're not protected in your marriage. You're not protected. What protects you is the love, the loyalty, and the bond between you and your husband. Those magic underpants don't do shit. Never have, never will. Now your church comes out and tells you the magic underpants don't even provide protection. That was a rumor. It wasn't a rumor. I've been to the temple, and I remember when they put the temple garments on me, they said this would be a protection to you. Well, now it's not. So now Joseph Smith is a polygamist. Brigham Young is a racist. He hated blacks. God didn't hate blacks. Brigham did. And you girls are all dancing around with funny underwear, trying to manipulate this and that, and you got to have a sleeve that covers this and nothing that covers. Oh, the Mormon Church has made you totally self-conscious of your body, and the fun of being a woman just ain't there in the Mormon Church. It's just not there. You're an evil, wicked thing that needs to be garaged. You're like a race car that needs to be garaged. You're not allowed to come out and be a woman and enjoy yourself and your life. So anyway, if you want to tangle and dangle and do the hokey pokey around your garments, that doesn't hurt anybody but you. Doesn't hurt anybody but you. Makes you look silly. You're following a man that married children and other men's wives, stared at a rock in the bottom of a hat, was convicted of money grubbing and taking people's money and looking for gold and jewels, which he never found. Gold plates, which have never been seen except with spiritual eyes. Your leaders have been run out of Kirtland, Nauvoo. And I got to tell you a funny little story I came across yesterday. Evidently, Joseph Smith knew Helen Marr Kimball in Kirtland. I didn't know that. Heber C. Kimball, her father, I guess, has been an authority in the church as long as Joseph was. Anyway, when they got to Nauvoo, now Helen could have only been, right at about maybe 12, 13, when Joseph first saw her or knew her. Well, when he got to Nauvoo, he goes to Heber C. Kimball and says he had a vision at night that he was supposed to marry the 14-year-old now. Now, in the real world, we call that a wet dream. We don't call that a vision. He's dreaming about this 12, 13, 14-year-old girl. He gets to Nauvoo and he says to the father, I had a vision. I need to marry your daughter. Now, here's what's not known a lot. Joseph tried to marry Heber C. Kimball's wife. And Heber C. Kimball and his wife was so upset that they gave the daughter. They threw the daughter, kicked her to the curb with Joseph Smith. Says, you take Joseph Smith, you're gone. You're gone. So anyway, his wet dream turned into his wife, 14-year-old. And Fanny Auger, she got broomed out of the house when Emma caught them in bed. And she was banned to the East Coast. I think she had a baby. But the genealogy on that is not really clear. So anyway, I think for the Mormon women to accept this much shit from a church is comical. It's comical. If you think that the Arab women who have to wear their garments and their headrest and dress and their veils, which the women have to wear in the temple in the Mormon church, if you think the Arab women are discriminated against, meet the Mormons. Meet the Mormons. The poor girls in the Mormon church don't have a fair and equal chance. They just don't. And it's sad. They put up with a lot of abuse. Some missionaries will come home and abuse their wives. And they think they can go to the bishop and the bishop is going to save their husband from doing this or that. So, the Mormon women, I think, are less class than the Muslim women. At least the Muslim women are not made fun of in their society. Mormon men, we think it's funny that women are so easily duped in the Mormon church. Ordinary, average women, they look at a piece of garments and they go, hell no, I'm going to Victoria's Secrets. I'm a girl. I want to be attractive. I want my husband to be attracted to me. I don't want Joseph Smith on my nipples. I just want my husband on my nipples. So, anyway, be that as it may, I'm, just bringing it out. I don't understand why Mormon women put up with this kind of crap, but they do. Usually it's low self-esteem. Usually the more crap we put up with, the lower our self-esteem. Once our self-esteem raises to a certain level, we go, no, homie, don't play that. Homie, don't play that. So, anyway, I still have health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength in the loins and sinews, power and priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity, and I'll give you a big pale ale, and oh God, hear the words of my mouth. Now this bard is gone.